It's the book of Alpharonomy, nigga. Read it or weep.
There's a scenario, man, that I know about, man, and I think I may have shared this with you guys, man, but this cat, man, he stayed at his baby mama crib. Now, he don't never stay there. He never stays there. She'll never let him spend the night, nothing, man. But she had to go on a trip, and she went on a trip with some dude that she was dating. Now, it was a business trip. I think it was a business trip. That's what he says. But still, man, she go on a trip with another dude, man, and he at her house all those nights with her kids, man. You know what I'm saying? One of them is his, but still, that's where he was. And I was like, man, you know what? Like, what kind of mindset do you have if that is something you're going to do? Think about that concept. Think about what that entails, man. And he said, man, she was Skyping with her children while she was gone, man. And while she was gone with the dude, man. And that's crazy to me, man. And the dude sitting there, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting them off to school and shit, man. Because, she had to be gone some weekdays, man. He getting them off to school, man, picking them up, man, making sure they eat, man, helping them with homework and shit. Then, man, when she got back, man, motherfucker ain't spent night over there since. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of things, man, that I look and I say, man, how could a man develop such a mindset to even be in that situation? And he didn't like it. He didn't like it, but he did it anyway. So I've been observing recently, man, just the things that are going on out here, man. Looking around, just seeing how much beta-itis is present around us, man. The things that these guys do, for the sake of, and they don't even get benefits from it. Like, tell me what benefit he got from that. They don't have sex. Nigga, she don't even want to cuddle with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He can't never spend the night there. Listen, bro, tell me this, man. Is this man sane? Like, when you think about that, is that man sane? Or does that man have mental issues that are causing him to accept that position with no benefit at all, man? He sounds half dead, man. Like, half of your manhood must be dead in order for you to do that. I don't even care what the benefit is. There is no benefit to doing that unless you run like the homie Chuck said, a daddy daycare, and people are paying you a fee to do that, and you're doing it for more than one person, and that's just what you do. That's something totally different, man. But when he's in that scenario doing it for a woman that he's had previous intimate relationship, man, previous emotional attachment to, he's doing it because it's her. Not because it's something good to do or he wants to do it. He's doing it because it's her. But her being her doesn't benefit his life anymore. You see what I'm saying? It's totally different if you're in a relationship with a woman, man. You're in a cohabitation situation with a woman, man, and she has children like that. That's a different story, different scenario. There's some things that you're going to take on as responsibilities, and that's probably going to be one of them. But in this scenario, man, I'm telling you, man, dudes say, man, it's like she don't even want him to touch her, man. Like, he can't even walk up to her, man, play with her, man, and smack on the ass. He can't do none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't walk up to her, man, like walk up behind her bricked up, man, and he can't do none of that. He can't do none of that. They have a no-touch policy. And so why would he do that, man? Tell me the one benefit of doing that, man. One of the most girly things a man can do is truly be in love with a woman. And I know there may possibly be somebody here right now, man, that's in love with a woman and trying to get over. Everybody that's in the stream, man, ain't chatting. That's how it is in all streams. Everybody that's in the stream don't chat. So, but you have to understand what type of emotional state that puts you in. See, for this man to do this, he must still be in love with that woman, man. He had to be in love with her to still be doing stuff like that, man. He got to be in love with that woman, bro. Or he had to be so in love with her that now, even though they're not together and don't share nothing intimate or anything like that, You know, hell, she don't even respect him, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him in a kind of way sometime. You know, sometime. I have witnessed times, man, where they interact with one another, man, and you know, I want to ask a man, are they still cutting? But that doesn't matter if she disrespects you sometime. You see, when you are in love with the woman, like in love with the woman, it puts you at such a disadvantage because emotionally you can be manipulated to be sad, mad, happy, glad, joyous, miserable. All of those things can be manipulated by that one person, by that one female. She can do that all on her own. There is no greater submission than to give someone total control over your emotional state. You know, another thing is to depend on the woman to take care of you and not even have a plan or a plan B. You know, there's no plan at all. Nigga ain't got no plan A, plan B, no plan. That's just what his life is. He's relying on a woman to take care of him. He's not doing anything. He's not trying to grow anything. He's just there, relying on a woman to take care of him. Like that's gonna last. Man, let me tell you something. If you're in a situation, any man's in a situation where a woman is willing to provide for him financially, that's one of those new novelty things. You know, I talked about novelty in the last stream. Once the novelty wears off, a lot of things change. She don't look at it as kind of looking out for you till you get on feet. After a while, she started looking at it like, when is he gonna get on feet? You know what I'm saying? How long does it take to get on feet? Shouldn't you at least be, you know, on your knees by now? That's how she starts to look at it. And so you become a liability as opposed to helping you. She starts to feel like she's taking care of you. And I think that's one of those things that when a man gets in that situation, man, his power is wrangled away from him before he even knows it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. You might look at it and say, well, that's what Pimps did. Yeah, but Pimps had multiple women. Pimps had options. No woman could start acting crazy with a pimp because he had options. You know what I'm saying? If you just in a situation, man, you know, a one-on-one monogamous relationship, bro, that ain't, you know, and hopefully that's what you're doing, man. If you need a woman to take care of you, you don't need to be thinking about no women. If you need a woman to take care of you, you don't need to be thinking about no women. You can't even start from ground floor with enhancing yourself. You're starting from in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Being in a situation where a woman takes care of you, now it's different if you're in a situation where you're a single man and women contribute to you financially. That's something totally different because I don't know many single men that's just going to depend on women to take care of all their bills and needs and all that. That type of pimping is over. You know what I'm saying? That type of pimping where you can have, you know, 5 to 10 of them, you know, paying you every night. That's done. That's old game right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you're in a situation where you have to really assess who you are as a man when you're being provided for by a woman. I mean, she's not contributing to your process. She's providing for you. How do you explain that? You know what I'm saying? How do you explain that when you fall right on your face? You are in a powerless position. What man willingly puts himself in a powerless position? I don't want to be in a powerless position. You got to force me, fight me, damn near kill me to force me into a powerless position. You literally have to take the power away from me in order to put me in a powerless position. I am not giving it up. You know what I'm saying? I am not willingly, you know, turn around, man, you know, put my briefcase on my arm, man, and just turn around walking into a powerless position with a smile on my face, bro. So that's one of those things where, man, even if you, and I know, man, that there are men around, probably not none of you men in here, but there are men who you know, who straight been deciding, man, that maybe they need to move in with their girl, man, so they can stack money and save money and all that, blah, blah, blah. Man, let me tell you something, man. The worst reason to move in with a woman is for financial reasons. That's the worst reason, man. If you do it, man, you better be number one. You better be in love with the woman. You know what I'm saying? You better be on that type of style, man. That's the only way you can get an excuse for the action. Now, can you get an excuse for being in love? No. But for the action, if you are in love with the woman, then we understand the action of cohabitating with her. But if you're gonna have a table with a woman, man, for money reasons, bro, you need to do some soul searching, man. Like you really need to do some soul searching. Because either you are not about your hustle, or you are so caught up living like the Joneses that you are way beyond your means and cannot sustain your lifestyle without combining your income with the woman's income. And that's not ever going to work, because what you don't take into consideration is that her income is just for her lifestyle. So it doesn't really guarantee that any of your income is going to become, even any of her income is going to become yours. It's harder to do that when you are in a situation where you only have one woman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these things you can't do just in a committed relationship, man. So the concept of doing that, man, is crazy. It's crazy. So being out in love with a woman and another thing about being out in love with a woman, man, when you're in love with a woman, you believe in your heart that she's in love with you as well, because nobody is going to willingly admit or willingly live a life like they're in love with someone that they don't at least believe feels the same way about them. And 9 times out of 10, if you find yourself in that situation, you're in that situation with a woman who cannot match your emotional input. She does not feel as strongly for you as you feel for her. And it's the same principle with a woman. When a woman is in love with the man, that man she's in love with does not reciprocate her feelings to the T. He doesn't feel as strongly for her. This is the thing that people must understand about relationships. Only one person can truly be in love. This ain't a romance novel. You know what I'm saying? If 2 people are together and they're both saying they're madly in love with each other and they love each other the same, somebody's lying. Because the thing you have to understand is this: we're human. Somebody's going to try to push the envelope. Somebody's going to see, how much this means. What does this in love with me thing entail? What can I do? What type of leeway am I going to get? And most times the man is truly in love, but the nemesis, she does not feel that way for real. She's just mimicking what he's putting out. She's just putting out the same thing. That is why the nemesis always wants to demand that you give what you're expecting in return, as opposed to giving what someone else wants and expecting them to give you what you want in return. You see, the things that you give a woman aren't the things you want back from her. I give her masculine energy. I give her alphaism. I give her the antithesis to beta-itis. I give her honesty. I give her humility. I give her godliness. I don't want that from her. I want sensitivity. I want a sweet, calm disposition. I want a woman who is not only willing to follow, but knows that that is the only position she can truly hold in a real man's life, and accepts that and appreciates that and is proud of herself for being such a good girl. You see what I'm saying? All this other stuff is just foolishness.
Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this real shit. And as always, alpha's up, beta's down. Peace.